Welcome to the 5-9 podcast. It's your host, R.McTyre. Thanks again for joining me, episode 7. So glad to have you here for our Friday show. Um, like, subscribe, share on your various social media platforms. Very excited for today's show. We have a lot to talk about. A lot has happened. Um, the market has been turned into the 99-cent store right now. Um, when I woke up today, uh, I opened my Robinhood app, and when I seen that the price of stocks, like, um, so just so you know, like, so to backtrack, so the executive in chief, President Trump, he imposed tariffs, and I understand, like, you know basically we were at a trade deficit where of globalization of so much work, goods and services going um, overseas, and not enough being manufactured here. When you consider semiconductors and computers and that sort of thing are made overseas, iPhones and stuff, apples and Apple iPhones and as such are because they're done overseas, because there's sort of a cost effectiveness to it. Things like shoes and that sort of thing are manufactured overseas, but you know, it's interesting because, like I say, those jobs are outsourced for because there's a lot of those jobs, you know, Americans typically won't do, and so they utilize cheaper labor to keep the costs down. Um, but but like I say, it's just been a hot mess for years, and nobody really ever really had the, you know, sort of like the idea, or or the willingness to go forward with, you know, not just a few tariffs, but it's like, you know, it's to a point where you can't escape it, and then you know, there are other countries that are imposing their own tariffs, Canada and um, China. Uh, so everything is going to be going up. So when I say that the stock market, is now the 99-cent store of stocks, it's not. It's for investors like myself, and I'll be honest. I lost money. I lost money in the sense that there are certain stocks that I could have gotten much cheaper uh, than what I paid for, because I really didn't know how bad it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be to this extent. You know, like, I'll give you a rundown of uh, where the stock prices are at right now versus what they were at their height. So we're just going to focus on, like, I'm just going to just run down the Magnificent Seven, which are the seven stocks that that constantly deliver. Uh, Nvidia right now is trading at $92.60. It's down from a height of $153. Microsoft is trading at $348, down from 468 at its height. Amazon is now $178, down from its height of $242. Google, Alpha, also known as Alphabet, is uh, is now trading at $144, down from $207. Meta, uh, which has a $1.2 trillion market cap, is trading at $500, down from its height of $740 a few months ago. Apple, is at trading at $186. $186, down from $260, which was trading in. Tesla is trading at $235, down from its height at $486, which was, I would say, during the leading up to the election of our 47th president. Um, Tesla was at high. It has since gone down to $235 a share. Tesla has been very volatile, would go up and go down, left, but um, I still feel like, you know, Tesla's very interesting because it's like coming in June, they're going to be unveiling their driverless vehicle and their Optimus robots. And if those take off, like they're predicting, I will, considering how things, go, I would say now is that's the best time to load up. Um, so, like I say, so basically, like I say, um, I have, let's see, of all these, I've picked up Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia, and um, those are considered long hold investments. Um, um, Again, little did I know. uh, I knew something was happening, but I didn't know it would be to this extent. Um, and like I say, I will definitely say that you know right now is the time to definitely to be uh, very conservative. I would definitely say um, goods and services are going to go up. I would definitely, if you have a job, definitely try to keep your job and pull back on eating out. And, um, it's not the end of the world. It's just, but I would say like, you know, gas and, nobody really knows. Like, it just happened and things, I think in the next coming weeks, I really feel there's going to be some interesting conversations going on because everything is going to get high. How high? I don't know, but it's gonna get high. Um, so I will say, like I say, like, a couple of honorable mentions I would say right now, with the market being down, um, I encourage, um, stocks like Uber, Shopify, Block, Celsius, BJ's, which not the steakhouse, but it's actually sort of a Costco. They've been steadily growing, so I definitely would pick up shares of that. Um, so I would definitely say that, um, you know, what, you know, what I would see is like, um, you know, definitely look at it as an opportunity. Like, things happen. Um, you should definitely, um, I would definitely consider, this is would probably be the best time to invest. And yeah, so anyways, definitely, you know, um, definitely invest and yeah. So um, we're gonna cut this one short. Um, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, um, but definitely, yeah, invite all your questions. We'll probably do a second take. All right, guys, take care. Peace.